Assalamu alaikum class 5. This is your computers teacher with a new week assignment, that is assignment number 5. Okay, so just let's get started. So today's table of contents include the designing of a document, which is module number 3, and we are going to do task number 2, which is columns and tabs. Okay, we are going to see what are columns and what are tabs in MS Word, and why do we need to implement them in MS Word, and how do we implement them in MS Word. Okay, so what is the objective of this whole lesson? We will be able to modify the text with the columns, and we will be able to apply the indentation markers on the text. Okay, so what actually are columns? Columns enables you to put your text into more than one column, like you would see in a newspaper or a leaflet. Have you ever seen a newspaper? Have you ever read a newspaper? No? Okay, let's see it first. This is the newspaper. As you can see that the whole text is divided into 3 columns. It is actually a very big document, so the text is divided into 3 columns. This is column number 1, this is column number 2, and this is column number 3. Okay, so this is how we divide the whole text into columns. Similarly, leaflets. These are the leaflets. This is text column number 1. This is column number 2, and this is column number 3. So the whole text is also divided into multiple columns in this leaflet as well. Okay, so actually, why do we implement the columns in a text? Microsoft Word is all about creating good looking documents. Its aim is to present text in an attractive way. Columns makes a text easier to read because you have more information in front of your eyes. You don't have to read from one side of the page to other all the time, especially if you have a really big page like in newspaper. Just imagine if you are reading a whole newspaper and the whole text is divided from it is going from left to the right. How would you read it? Do you find it easy to read the whole newspaper? No. So that's why the whole text is divided into multiple columns. The text length is short, and you are able to read it quickly. Okay. Okay, one more thing that you need to keep in mind is that the column font size must not exceed 10 points. Okay, so the font size should be minimum, that should be equal to 10 points, not more than that. Okay, so that the whole text will be adjusted in a particular page. Okay, so let's get into the MS Word and see how do we implement the columns in MS Word. Okay, so this is my document, and I have copied and pasted a single paragraph multiple times so that the whole paragraph will make up a document. I have just pressed Ctrl plus C, and now I'm going to press Ctrl V. Okay, this is how I am making my whole document. Now, as you can see that I have to bring its size to 10 points. Okay, this is font size is 10. I have set it to 10 now, and now I'm going to implement implement columns on it. How do we do is that we have to go into the page layout. First of all, we need to select it. You need to select it by pressing Ctrl plus A, then come into the page layout, and then come into the columns tab. Okay, just click this bottom down arrow. Now as you can see that the whole text is divided into single column. Now if I click on 2, it is divided into 2 columns. See, the whole text is divided into 2 columns. Similarly, if I click it to 3, the whole text is divided into 3 columns. And if I keep on going, you can see that the text is divided into the left and right column, and in the right and left column. Similarly, if you go into the more column section and click over here, line in between them, you can see that a line will appear over here. Okay, I am more liking this one, and I'm going to format it like this. Okay, fine. So is it looking good now? Isn't it looking good? See, the whole text the whole document is divided into two columns now. Okay, so this is how we do it. Okay, so now coming to the next topic, which is indentation markers. What are indentation markers? Indentation markers are actually, these are the two triangles on a ruler of the MS Word. They both are pointing towards each other. Okay, they are known as indentation markers. For example, over here, if I just bring it back to the normal document, you can see that these are the two triangles pointing at each other. This is the upper one and the lower one. These are known as indentation markers. Okay, they are known as indentation markers. The upper one is known as first line indent. It deals with the first line, and the lower one is known as hanging indent or the lower triangle. Okay, so let's see its definition. These two triangles pointing at each other on the left part of the ruler are called as indentation markers. The upper triangle adjusts the indentation of the paragraph first line, and the lower triangle adjusts the indentation of the rest of the paragraph lines. Okay, let's go into the practical implementation. For example, I am going to remove this whole text and leave the whole document with this only paragraph. Okay, just see now, I have clicked over here. My cursor is pointing at the first line now. I have already told you that the upper one, the upper triangle is, or we can just call it the first line indent. It deals only with the first line. It moves only the first line. See, I have moved only the upper triangle, and only the first line has moved to the right. If I just move the upper triangle to the left, it has moved to the left. Okay, so it deals with the movement of only first line. Similarly, if I just move the second line, I would call it like the lower triangle. Lower triangle is known as hanging indent. It deals with the rest of the lines. These all lines are in control of this hanging indent. Okay, so just see it. It has moved the rest of the lines, but not the first line. Okay, except the first line, it deals with all of the lines. Okay, it moves all of the paragraph lines except the first line. And what if I want the whole paragraph to move? As you can see, this triangle, this rectangular box, it moves the whole text. It moves the whole paragraph, irrespective of the upper and the lower lines. As you can see, the whole paragraph starts moving when I just click on this rectangular box. Okay, so this is how we use or we implement the indentation. Okay, so indentation markers makes the text look more elegant. When you apply the indent format to a paragraph, you have to specify how far in or out from the margin you would like the text to point. Indents affect only the paragraph you select. As you have already seen that if we are going to click on the upper one triangle, it deals with the first line, and the lower triangle deals with the rest of the paragraph lines. Okay, so now is things that you need to keep in mind is that use the view tab to enable or disable the ruler of your document. As you can see that the whole indentation markers are appeared, or they are displayed on the ruler of the whole document. So what if I just disable it? You need to disable it from the view tab into the ruler. Just check it. See, they have disappeared now. In order to make them appear, or make them or if you just want to enable them, just click on the ruler tab. They have come back now. Okay, see, they have gone, they have come back into the view tab. Okay, and the next thing is, an easy way to select the whole text is to press Ctrl plus A. I already told you that in order to select the whole text, press Ctrl plus A. Ctrl plus A. Okay, and the next thing is, save the document by pressing Ctrl plus S. Ctrl plus S. Okay, so that's all for today. See you next week.